y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we is in the building, peep squad. Let's just talk about this situation. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Kandi and the gang, y'all. What is going on? Like, Lord have mercy, Kandi, what is happening in that restaurant? Your employees are running wild at the same time. Like, for real, like, when, Chandrika, OMG. But please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, we is in the building, peep squad. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling on this Monday morning? Let's get into it. Let's talk about Chandrika. When she went over there and she told Philip that customers was waiting 2 hours because Dom was late to work and nobody. Brandon, he didn't get his ass up and tend the bar at all. He didn't try to serve no drinks. He didn't try to wash no dishes. And if the plumbing was stopped up, he didn't bring the dishes upstairs around the way. Like, they didn't put the dishes in a bucket and bring them to another sink that is working. They ain't got no water hose to wash them dishes and scrub them out. So that means the customers have to suffer because Brian is out here doing his business with Dom, and so she could be 2 hours late, but she got a job and things of that nature. So there should be a backup plan where that's already aborted on while Dom is on her way to get to work. And, like, what's going on? And then we got Chandrika. She been late to work too as well, but she's pointing out that Dom is late. But girl, we done saw you barely making it to work, okay? Like, they be out here snitching on each other when they ain't doing right. Like, for real. It's like so much going on in the situation. But in any event, when it comes to, Dom, what's going on? Why was you that late? And any event, Brandon, why didn't you make sure employees were doing what they're supposed to do? Look at you, still stuffing your mouth, Brandon. Like, Brandon, how come you didn't serve no drinks? Like, I know here where I'm from, you have to have a license to serve drinks, but you're going to sit there and eat while customers are outside waiting. And why is everybody always fanning themselves when they are inside the restaurant? Like, what's going on? Ain't no air up in there? What's going on, Kandi? Where's the air? Everybody's always fanning themselves. Like, OMG. It's like, And if you look at Bertha's face at any time that she is filming, she do not want to be there. This is just too much for her. She just feel like this is all fun and games and bull crap, and they playing games, and she don't want to be a part of it. She got other things to do, baby. But Mama Joyce and Aunt Nora, they are loving the situation. Point blank, period. They are loving everything about the situation. I was like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, did you see them dishes? Did you see that floor? Did you see that sink? Ain't nobody around? Like, making sure that people ain't waiting outside for 2 hours and things of that nature. Like, let's get it together. Where if someone's coming 2 hours late, ain't nobody else to fill in. Like, what's going on? Like, are y'all short for staff? Like, it's too much happening, too much going on. And you be like, yo, what's up with them dishes? So all y'all walked around them dishes, smelled them dishes, the dirty water with the trash inside, food all up on the floor, and y'all are serving food to people. People sitting right across from that where the bar is at. Like, what's going on? Like, this is crazy. But in any event, we're going to get down to Torrin and Philip. They still basically having their argument from last episode. And Torrin was like, I'm here, baby. And Philip said, as quickly as you think that you are here, you'll probably be gone. I was like, Torrin was like, I just like to have a nice introduction, because your introduction is you basically showing me that you up top and I'm down here. And yes, Philip be doing too much, but damn, they is lazy up over there, y'all. And Philip, you know what I mean? You want to find out the best qualities the employee have so you can take advantage of that and execute it with them, their good qualities, and then you can work on their bad qualities at first, but then also basically scanning out who's really the problem? Can you talk to him? Can you have a conversation? And you don't seem like a person that you can have a conversation with. You always want to have this power tug of war situation. I know you're in a tug of war situation because now you're coming on trying to change everything, and you don't got fully Kandi support. You don't fully have, Don Juan support or Todd support at the same damn time. But in any event, instead of creating more problems, try to get down to the problem, see what you can work on with the employee, see if they can fix it. If not, tell them to hit the road. But you telling them to hit the road before you know if they're valuable or not. And when it comes to Torrin know that he was wrong when he started that conversation. And Torrin was asked to go over there and have a conversation and sit down, with Philip. And then, Torrin started measuring and shit like that. He's trying to have a conversation. He's a new manager. He want to talk to you. And so now you're trying to measure stuff, putting your ass in his face, your head the other way, and basically want to have a productive conversation. That's not how you handle business. That's not how you do business. That's not how you getting back on the job, and now you're acting like that. But in any event, Torrin threw the first event, live event at the Old Lady Gang, and he didn't get paid for it. He did that shit for free. Kandi, why ain't you paying him? Why he had to do that shit for free? So he had to do that for free to get back into the door. So if he had to, give you money basically to get back into the door, why is he gonna sit down and respect Philip in any way? You know what I mean? Because he had to do what he had to do to get in. It wasn't his qualifications. It's what he can do for them. I'm like, Lord, what is going on over there, y'all? What is happening? Philip's acting like a queen. He has a problem with everybody. Right now, he seems like he's doing okay with Shaundrika. They're back on one accord. It seems like because Shaundrika, she went to complain to Philip about Brandon, how he was acting. They are not the greatest employees, but he is not the best person as for conflict resolution. So he needs to learn how to talk to people, even though they're giving a little snarky, a little sass. He got to fall back and let that happen, and then, take notes and be like, you know what, this is your warning. You're too sassy. You're too disrespectful, and keep it moving instead of getting to a big argument and send them home, because they might even work better knowing that, oh shit, let me show you who I really am. But Philip is not hearing it. He's not hearing none of that situation at all. Point blank, period. He wants them all gone. He is fed up with them. He can't stand each and every one of them right now. And right now he don't like Don Juan. Philip said Don Juan is part of the problem. I was like, ooh, somebody checking Don Juan out here in these streets. And, Miss Kandi, goody two shoes. Philip is calling him out. What's going on, baby? And so in any event, Philip says, your work is entertainment, and Philip is feeling a certain type of way because, Torrin is not backing down at all. And, and Torrin was like, well, everything that everybody said about you, I feel like it is true. And then Torrin's like, nice to meet you, Philip. You are just like everyone said you were. You have proof. You have a lot to prove, buddy. So basically, Torrin is telling Philip he got a lot to prove. Mm-hmm. And he's talking like that to his manager because Kandi is acting like he's like a subcontractor, because if he had to throw an event to get back into, Kandi Burruss, restaurant and talk in the Old Lady Gang, he's almost like a subcontractor. And so in any event, the conversation went wrong, and here comes Philip around the corner listening. He's listening. He's out there eavesdropping. He want to know what Torrin is saying, because he knows Torrin knows what he be doing, and Torrin is valuable because now he's sneaking and trying to see what's being heard, what's being said. Because if he totally felt like he was in the right, he don't need to sneak around. He don't need to do nothing. And why is he getting up so upset? Why is he so mad? Why can't he control himself at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, it don't make no sense. And then you're talking about the man shirt, even though Don Juan did, but you want total professionalism, but you're not showing total professionalism at all. And showing professionalism is always as having a little bit of empathy and understanding with the people that you're dealing with. Everybody's not like you. Everybody didn't grow up like you. Everybody ain't gonna be perfect. And if he really understood the assignment, he would know that some of these people got sob stories. That's why Kandi have them there, because she feels sorry for some of them. Some of them, even though she may not be paying them what they deserve to be paid, okay? But it's like the old school way. When a black person own a business, you can have your grandkids, this kid, that kid working there. They might be trouble in the street. There might be trouble somewhere, and they got these issues, but they can always come to the restaurant, or they can always come to the store and have a job to work. So he also has to put that in mind as well, because it is a black business. And I think he's losing total sight of that, because he may have been working with Caucasians too much. You know what I mean? And they might have feared you. But over here, nobody fear you, baby. So he's over there eavesdropping. And Torrin is like, oh my God, he is so fake. I can't stand him. He's so fake. He's this and that. And he's telling, Kandi that. So then Kandi goes over there to go talk to, Philip, to find out what's going on, Philip. And Philip is like, oh my God, this dude is absolutely crazy. What? Like, Philip is upset. Philip is mad. Philip, when he went over there to talk to Don Juan, because Philip heard and saw Torrin over there talking to Kandi, so he ran over there to talk to Don Juan. If you really in charge and you ain't got nothing to worry about, you would have skipped sitting down with Don Juan and kept moving and walking around the restaurant like you don't give a damn, because you are doing your job and you are doing it right. And then the next day or within between time, you'll sit down and have a conversation about, okay, Torrin seems like he's going to be a problem. Y'all going to need to let him know who is wearing the britches now, or a conversation like that. But he's getting upset and shit like that. Then he's telling Kandi, you gonna deal with this. And Kandi's like, hold on, wait a minute, brother. Fall back for a minute. Fall back. And so, when it comes to Philip, and Philip is basically saying, I'm not dealing with this. That dude is absolutely crazy. I'm not dealing with this. He looks like Big Bird and all that other stuff he's telling Don Juan. And so he's like, I'm not dealing with this. And Torrin is telling, Torrin had told, Kandi that he's treating me like I'm a little boy, and I ain't no little boy, Kandi. And, I will react next time. And Kandi was like, okay, let me go find out. And Kandi goes over there to talk to Philip. Philip, what happened? Philip is too funny. Philip is too funny. Philip is too funny. Philip said, I don't need him. Philip says he's crazy. He came in there acting like what? He came in there like we need him, like we owe him something, like we dying for him. Well, Kandi wants him there. Obviously, that's why she hired him back, and that's why she did, that's why he did the events, baby. But in any event, Philip said, I don't need him for an event. Maybe you guys need him. If you don't need him for an event, so who can you put in there, Philip? Who can you bring? Like, Philip wants to fire the whole staff. Do you have a crew of staff members, or y'all gonna have to sit around and wait and hire people? And then at the same time, you can't have your new your new chief manager, or whatever, the directors of operation, bringing a whole team, because when he get ready to leave, he'll take all the employees with him. So, it's a slippery slope in that situation. But we shall see. Aunt Bertha don't like him, but Mama Joyce and Aunt Nora, they love him. They like him, y'all. I'm like, what is going on? Oh. So, when Philip is feeling his way, and he just basically said, I think he's going to have to report to you, Kandi. And because I can't deal with him. I can't handle this situation. This is way too much the way that he is, because, Torrin is not like, an employee that's going to be waiting tables, or he's going to be picking up the bar or anything else like that. You know what I mean? He's there for preparation and events and throwing things, throwing events. And Kandi looked at, and look at Don Juan looking at Kandi like, girl, see, you hired him. He's doing way too much. And Kandi was like, you tripping. There's a lot of people in this establishment that that got problems and things of that nature, and you know how to deal with this. You told me that you'll be able to handle this. You deal with this type of situation at Blaze. Like, damn, who was you guys hiring? Just hiring anybody up off the street, y'all? And because he went over there at Blaze and had to clean over there. And Kandi said, when you was over there working at Blaze, you didn't tell me that I had to deal with a particular employee, point blank, period. You probably didn't have so many relationships with the employees that you have at this restaurant than you had at Blaze. So therefore, he knows that Torrin got your ear. Torrin is he's your boy. He's your peoples. So it's gonna be hard with him. Everybody's your peoples, Kandi. So they just bypassed his ass like he ain't nobody. And plus, he don't got people skills at all. And so, in any event, Kandi was like, boy, you doing too much. You didn't do this at Blaze. You didn't tell me that you couldn't deal with somebody and I had to do with it. That's not what we talked about. That's not what we discussed. So, boy, you better fall back. And, Philip is like, he's just sitting there looking, and Kandi said, you told me that you're used to dealing with difficult situations. You're used to dealing with bad situations. But Kandi, do you see that you holding on to these employees that are difficult situations, where you are saying that they're difficult situations, but Kandi wants him to whip and shape the ones that are difficult, but they do contribute and she do like them. So, it's a catch-22 out here in these streets with this situation, y'all. For real. It's just like, Lord. And so we get to Patrick. Patrick is about to get his house all done, his apartment, his condo, and everything, his huge loft that he's about to get done with his cousin Melvin. They're about to live it up, and they're going to have Torrin coming in and design and everything. And when it comes down to Patrick is hooked, sink, and tied when it comes to his new girl Safari. And Safari, she got her business going on. And then also Patrick is a freak out here in these streets. Patrick is, that's definitely Kandi's nephew, because he's out here talking about he want a freak in the closet. He want all types of stuff in the closet. He want to have whips, chains, and all types of things in the closet, basically, so he can have, his own little dungeon in the closet. Lord. But people can get it twisted and think you're trying to come out the closet too, Patrick. But in any event, he's telling, Torrin, like, I want this to be my special masterpiece. I want to have chains, locks, whips, everything. I want this to be my freak room. Like, Lord, Chandrika said that you didn't know what you was doing when you was with her. So why are you talking about all this freaky deaky stuff? Unless the new chick, Safari, is letting you in on how to do it and how to do it and do it wild. So what y'all think about that situation? Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my people. So in any event, and Patrick was like, you can send the invoice to me and Melvin. Melvin don't look like he had any say on what was going on in the situation. I was like, Lord, help me, Jesus. So we have that situation, and now we get to the bar. Now this bar situation is way too much going on, Kandi. What is happening? Like, we're seeing dirty dishes, we seeing trash, we seeing things everywhere. We seeing Brandon sitting there while the sinks ain't working. Why ain't he picking up a dish? Why ain't he washing any dishes? Why ain't they bringing any dishes to the other kitchen? You only got one kitchen. Like, there's no other area where you can wash shit at. Like, where's the washing machine at? Like, what's going on? Unhook the washing machine. If you got one in there, start washing them dishes and put a hose onto it or something. But in any event, you got Brian. He, there's no bartender there because Dom is late. But at the same time, you got Brian. He can't even, serve drinks because he has addiction issues and he has problems. And he just lost his sister too as well. R.I.P. Rest in power to Brian's sister. He's going through a difficult situation. An alcoholic on drugs, allegedly, because that's what Chandrika said, he was on drugs. But he only said he had alcoholism and things of that nature. Drinking a gallon of vodka. Oh my God. God bless you that you are still here and you are still kicking and ticking, young man. So in any event, when it's going on with this situation, but that's kind of a handicap too as well, where he can jump in and be a bartender, but he can't be a bartender because, it'll bring him back to where he used to be and dealing with people and their orders and stuff. And he said he had anxieties and he would started drinking and stuff like that. So this is probably not the place for him. And right now, when it comes, but he need a job, he need a paycheck, and he's on TV now. So hopefully his lights shine bright. But in any event, this is why Philip is like, yo, he don't need to be here, y'all. Like, but at the same time, Philip, How come you are not making sure that the employees are there? Because Brandon's supposed to. And, Don Juan is not feeling Brandon. And Don Juan is saying Brandon is not GM material and things of that nature. And Brandon, he's hot on the ground. It ain't not, let me tell you, it ain't nothing like messing with somebody at work. As long as ain't nobody married or whatever, but having a boo thing at work ain't nothing like having a boo thing at work. It makes the day go by fast. Nothing really gets on your nerve because love is in the air while you working and hustling. But in any event, it's an episode. Brian is calling out the situation. He wouldn't have to get behind the bar if Don was on time. And so then you got Brian and Chandrika basically questioning Brandon, like, where is Chandrika? Who made the schedule? I mean, where is Dom? Who made the schedule? And basically calling him out on the situation because he know he's wrong for that. Then you got Chandrika, she's out here. She's working. She's handling her business. Brandon's doing a little bit here or there, but ain't nobody picking up them dishes. And Chandrika is basically saying customers are outside waiting for 2 hours because there's no clean area, there's no clean tables. And Chandrika was barely cleaning off them tables with any substance or a rag. There was no utensils. She's telling Brian, she's telling Brandon, make sure the tables have utensils on them and all this other stuff. And then, trying to, deal with the customers as well. And so it's like she's babysitting as well while she's there, and the manager's sitting there acting like it's all good. So, there's a whole lot of blame to throw around, baby. And so he's like, I'm going to call the plumber and stuff. And like, come on, you got to find a way to wash them dishes. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? And so, him acting like that, showing favoritism, and they got a candle burning. You see the candle burning? The candle is burning because the damn restaurant stinks. That area stinks. It's filthy over there. It's nasty over there. And he's sitting over there eating. Oh no. That's why they got you don't see no candle burning in no damn restaurant. Like, what, you see that candle, y'all? Y'all see that candle? You don't see no candle burning in no restaurant. Look at that candle sitting there burning right next to the orange juice. You got a box sitting up there. Like, come on. You got a box up there sitting on the countertop where somebody could be sitting or walking by. That just don't look right. That just look real backwards. Now we ain't got no bartender. Ain't nobody making no drinks. We got the bottles. You guys see the bottles right there at the bar? They ain't got no top on them. Or they don't even got the thing on them. Like, what's going on? Why, if nobody, like, why is that sitting right there with the glass? Is that a clean cup? And now you got Brandon. He's sitting down eating. Brandon sitting down eating. Then you got, what's his name? Brian. He was like, well, I want to eat too. So how can you expect Brian and Chandrika to put their all in it when the manager's sitting there eating, when the shit stinks over there? He got to light a candle to eat his food. Like, well, that's just disgusting. Straight up disgusting. And they basically calling out Brandon, for letting Dom come in whenever she want to come in, because she got another job. She got somebody else working. Well, schedule somebody until she can come in. Give her some extra time. And so Dom, she walks in and she was like, oh my God, it stinks over here. It's dirty over here. Well, you 2 hours late. But like what she said, when Dom said, just because I'm late, it should never be filthy and dirty over here like that at all, point blank, period. And she's right. And Brandon, you sitting over there eating with a candle. That stinks. That stinks. Especially a scented candle, and you eating your food and you serving drinks over there. That the fumes. And then on top of that, it's already hot because y'all are fanning yourself inside the restaurant. So here goes the bucket of dishes. Look at these dishes just stacked up to the top. Oh, that shit stinks. Especially if you got collard greens. Collard greens smell like shit after a while. That's why they got the candle on. Collard greens definitely smell like shit. Look at the sink full with dirty, dusty water. If the sink is broken, why are there straws? Why is there tissue? Why is there receipts? Why is there cup dippers? Why is all that in the water on camera for us to see? Like, this is trifling. They don't give a damn about Kandi and her goddamn restaurant at all, point blank, period, because she ain't paying them right. So therefore, you get what you pay for, and this is what you are paying for. And they sitting there, and Brandon is the manager sitting there eating. I would have told him he should have got a cup and empty that sink out, put some gloves on and clean that sink out, because it stinks. And them dirty dishes stink, especially if you got collard greens, chicken, hot sauce, and macaroni macaroni, cornbread, and whatever else, coleslaw, sitting in a hot restaurant under the bar in a bucket. It stinks. That's why the candle's there. Like, come on, y'all. Like, this is crazy. Now she comes in, she's complaining a little bit. He's just happy to see her. He's happy that he want to get his feel on. He want to get his touch on. He don't give a damn about that shit stinking. He don't care about it stinking at all. And, Brian is basically throwing a little shade at Dom, talking about, Dom, don't be complaining. You 2 hours late. And Blase the third, we've been working hard. And she was like, all right, I'm just going to let that shit go. I'm just going to let it fly off me. And this is the floor area. Why is all this on the floor? Why is that even on the floor? Why is that all up over there like that? Like, what is that? Is that the drink shaker? Is that a regular plastic cup? Then you got a silver spoon down there? Or is that a plastic spoon? You got top. You look like you got one of the containers open on the ground. The sauce is on the floor. Like, what is going on? This is on national TV. Like, if you ask people about how come you don't pass the test, they're going to say because of this, y'all. Like, what is happening? And Chandrika, she might not like Philip, but she needs some help. You know what I mean? And she popped off. She started with Philip first. She said, I don't like him and whatever. And she came at him and she wanted to continue the argument. He had to put her in her place and she tried to put him in his place because they was basically fighting over territory. But in any event, she needs somebody to come in there. What she really wanted to see if there was really going to be a real manager to come in that really care, because they keep seeing managers go and go and go. They laugh about it because, when when you go to a new job, it's like high school. They test you to see if you really here, if you're really serious. Can I really come talk to you? Do you really care about this restaurant? Are you just going to be like everybody else? And Philip is not taking that into account, how many managers they went through or director of operations. He's just taking that as they ran people off. They ain't going to run me off. You know what I mean? Instead of, feeding them a little sugar cookie and throwing a little salt on top, be a little bit better. But in any event, when it comes to Chandrika, she's basically, Chandrika's complaining that Brandon ain't doing his job. Brandon ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Brandon is out here, letting Dom be totally late for work. Then he's sitting there taking a break. He's sitting there having lunch and everything. We had to make the customers wait an extra 2 hours to be seated because we couldn't sit nobody over here in the bar area. We didn't have people to make drinks, and Brandon wouldn't even make drinks or nothing at all. Like, and then she should have said something about the plumbing too. So now they're on a cordial basis where they're having a conversation because she's trusting into Philip. Hey, listen, this is how hard I'm working. This is what I go through. And I really want somebody to step in. Maybe she's coming from that point. And now he's feel like he realized, okay, yeah, she was talking all that mouth, but she actually does work. And he said to her, see, and you didn't give up. You didn't let what other people do stop you from working. And he basically commended her, and she smiled because now she feel appreciated as well. So you already know. They was bumping the heads, baby, bumping the uglies. So in any event, you got that situation going on. And now Philip is feeling a certain type of way. Like, this is crazy. Like, Brandon should be doing his job. Brandon should be doing his job, and he brings Brandon outside to have a conversation with him and telling Brandon, like, oh, if Chandrika is doing it, she's doing that. Basically wanting Brandon to step up and say, okay, I'm going to do more. And so when Philip asked Brandon, so how's everything going? Brandon lied and was like, everything's going fine. Everything's good. Yeah, everything is good to you, Brandon, because you ain't bust a sweat. You ain't picked up a dish. You ain't carried a tray, and you ain't made a drink. You were sitting there eating your lunch, waiting for your boo thing to come through so you can watch her switch across that restaurant and blow kisses at her. Okay, I ain't mad at you. I know how it is when you messing with somebody at work. It ain't nothing like a work boo, baby. And so Brandon says that he doesn't want the employees to fear him, and they won't come to him and talk to him if he has the attitude like if he has the attitude like Philip. But you see, Chandrika, she went over there and she talked to Philip to tell him what's going on. So your logic is not kind of good, okay, baby? It's not good at all. Oh, hey, what's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? What's up, Norris? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all feeling? What's good with y'all? Hey, Ron, how you doing? What's up, Cat Box? What's going on? How you doing? What's up, Norris? Tony, hey, Mo, how you doing? Brian is a little bit of a drama queen. Not good. I wouldn't eat anything from this dump. The workers look like they stink. Lord Strawberry Rain, tell us how you feel. A messy vlog 21. That place is a whole nightmare. It's just perfect for Bravo fame. Every evening, everyone. Evening to you too, baby. Mo, a messy vlog. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Michelle Carter. Hi, Mary Jane. Phillip is in the house. Dirty restaurant. Philly's in the house. Is in the house. Hey, dirty restaurant. Lord have mercy. Something just ain't right forever. His 3035. But we gotta say this situation too as well. When it comes to the ratings, it seems like if you add YouTube ratings and you add the ratings of the viewers, that actually tuned into the show live, Kandi ended up getting 768,000 around that part. So it's not just that 490,000. It's 768,000 viewers. Bye. I think she got about 250, 275 on YouTube, and then the rest. Catbox Norris, what is good, baby? Kandi needs to set some rules. All types of rules, Alice. For real. The OLG restaurant is nasty as the threesome that Kandi and Todd had. Why you go there, Tony? Why you go there? Tony went there and came back around, baby. He went back there and came around. Y'all, it's good to see y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for visiting me. Thank you, Peep Squad. Thank you guys so much for please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And it'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building, baby. So let's get back to this trash. Like, yo, did you see all that trash and shit in the kitchen? Did you see them dishes? And collard greens stink and heat. And why don't you got no AC? Why don't you got no central air that's on 60? Like, why is it hot? Why is everybody always fanning themselves when they come up in there? I can't eat at no hot-ass restaurant. I'm not eating in no hot-ass restaurant. I ain't gonna be sweating, eating. I ain't gonna be drinking and sweating at the same time so I can pass the fuck out. No. I don't know what they doing, y'all. Don Juan, we calling you to the carpet. What are you doing over there? And Todd, where's the generator? And Todd, where's the air? You did the construction. Well, anyway, let's move on. I'm like, Lord have mercy. So they have this conversation. Brandon basically said he don't really care. He said he don't give a shit what Phillip is talking about, what Phillip is saying. He don't really like him. That's point blank period. These people have been doing whatever they've been doing for a long time. And now this mother sucker's trying to come in and tell him what to do. And then on top of that, Kandi is coddling everybody too as well. He even said he don't care what he said. He don't care what he's talking about. You know why? Because he got his boo thing at work. But he gonna end up breaking up with her because he want to keep his job. Lord have mercy. So everybody, they all, the staff, they go out to eat or whatever the case may be. They have drinks, they're hanging out with each other, having a good time and things of that nature. Patrick and Melvin invited everybody to their new loft, their new condo, their new duplex. I don't know, whatever houses they got. So it's a huge house and it's beautiful, baby. That shit is beautiful. But it just seems like it's still too small for both of them. But in any event, everybody's looking at Melvin like, oh, Melvin, you out? Like, poor Melvin working hundreds of hours. I think this is one of the reasons why Bertha is feeling a certain type of way. Yeah, Kandi helped him go to school, but he's working 50, 60, 70 to 100 hours a week in that kitchen. That is slavery, baby. Like, what's going on? He ain't got no life. He can't go to the gym. He can't exercise. He can't really do nothing but sit out and drink and eat and then go back home and go back to work. Like, he's working way too many hours. You need to train one of them other nieces and nephews to train them how to cook, baby. Come on. Oh no, Michelle, that's his boo thing. He was not going to say anything to Dom about being late. Point blank, period. Pure pure nasty, and that's why I don't eat at restaurants anymore. The people don't care, and they are nasty. Lord have mercy. Forever. Imagine how the cook feels. I know. She just needs to shut the whole shit down. Lord, y'all are killing me. Melvin needs to lose some weight. I couldn't, that's what Tony said. I didn't say nothing like that, but he can't lose no weight. He's working 100 hours. So how can he go to the gym? How can he even do Pilates at home? How can he even do yoga? How can he even do anything? He's so busy stressed out with that damn kitchen. And then they didn't have no bus boy and nothing. Nobody even wiping down the table. Like, what's going on? You got the hostess wiping down the table. You got Brian walking around like, I ain't doing shit. Brian ain't doing shit. Brian ain't doing shit. And so you got Brandon ain't doing nothing. And so Brian is basically saying, I ain't doing nothing either. And he was trying, and you had Chandrika basically trying to give orders, clean tables, moving around, decorating and everything. Like, Lord, like what's happened? Melvin will leave soon. It's just a stepping stone. Cat box, that might be true, but it might be some loyalty. But I know his grandmother's not feeling that. She's not feeling them hours that he be working at all. Like, he don't got no time. Like, what's going on? And so you got, Brandon and Dom sneaking around. They ain't really sneaking around. They acting like they're doing something private all up on each other while they all out here, having a good time and, drinking. And then, you got Chandrika. She brings her fiance. He's there. And her fiance had some words with Patrick, the parking lot attendant, Kandi Burruss' nephew, and also Chandrika ex-boyfriend. They had a little back and forth. Patrick was telling Chandrika to bring her ass back in the building and do some work. Her boyfriend responded to her boss and basically said she'll be back in a minute. Like, what kind of shit is that? I wish I would. Like, if my man comes up to my job, I'm gonna disappear where y'all motherfuckers can't find me. Like, I don't know how these people are just blatantly disrespecting the business. When I disrespect, I'm doing it secretly and not publicly. I'm not just rubbing it into your face. You know what I mean? Like, that's disrespectful. I know when they was praying. I know. License. Lord, Michelle, Michelle called her. Lord have mercy. Lord Jesus, help us. So, we have, what's his name? Brian. He's basically telling his story that, he hasn't been drinking and he's drinking orange juice. Like, he's working around liquor. His friends drinking around him. Hopefully he stays strong. He stay blessed out here in this situation. You know what I mean? But, yeah, he's around it, but he's soon gonna be, and he cried and things of that nature because he's going through it. Like, he's going through it, but at the same time, you gotta work. You gotta work, and this is an easy spot for you to get over and do what you need to do and try to get through all your trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? But in any event, maybe this show might blow him up. That's what he's looking for. That's what they all looking for. Shit, and I'm happy for them as well. And so, in any event, you got Brian. He's sitting at the bar with with Rashad, and basically Rashad said, I don't think we're supposed to sit at the bar. Then Rashad, you get up and you move from the bar. Rashad, ain't you Kandy's spy? Ain't you Kandy's favorite? So you get up and move from the bar. But you felt some peer pressure. So you sat there with Brian like, come on, we need y'all to be adults in this situation. Y'all are earning a wage. It might not be a good wage, but you're earning a wage. And so we got Brandon, he's sitting there chopping it up. And so Rashad is basically telling Brian, we need to get up. We need to move. You know what I mean? And he was like, well, our boss ain't doing it. And then Rashad is like, well, he's the manager. And Brandon was like, I could be anywhere I want to be. I can sit at the bar. I can eat at the bar. Rashad was like, I want to get up. But he was in peer pressure. So he just sat there until Brandon came over there and said, you need to move. And then now you have, Brian basically saying, you're going to move me gonna move me, you gonna scoop my chair, you gonna do this, basically being snobby and being sassy towards his boss and being disrespectful, but doing it in a cool, calm, collective way where it's non-threatening and it's non-violent, but it's also disrespect, and people can overhear it and hear it as well. So in any event, Brian, he gets up from the table, and when it comes to Brandon, he feels disrespected. Now he running to big boss. Now he running a big boss. They run into Big Phillip. Big Phillip in the building. Big Phillip is in his head. You see Big Phillip looking at him. Big Phillip is in his head saying, he finally got his voice, but he lost his voice, because anytime you got to keep asking somebody to speak up and they won't speak up, then they lost their voice. So it's just total your fault. And he's just looking at him like, oh my God, you are weak. I'm like, what? He didn't say all that. He didn't say that he was weak and everything, but he's looking at him like a weakling, like, you're a manager, you're in charge. You've been fraternized with these people. You've been sleeping with them. You've been partying. You've been having fun. Now they're disrespecting you and paying you no mind, knowing your job is on the line and knowing the shit is being on camera. And then on top of that, you sleeping with employee. But Dom is not really an employee, because she bartends every now and then at the old lady gang, because she be out here dancing and choreography and, videos and shit like that. So this show is showing the restaurant in a bad like, Mo, how is he stepping to the boss? No, man. Brian was very disrespectful. He was. Can you move my chair? Can you move my chair? So you want me to move? Like, what? And so, Brandon feels it. He feels it. And now he kind of sees, Brandon tried to say some dumb shit. Well, I'm trying to show Phillip, you can get into, a back and forth with an employee and it doesn't have to go left. I'm trying to show him something. You ain't showing him nothing. You got a sink full of trash and garbage all over the floor, and people are not getting drinks, and clients are waiting. Customers are waiting 2 hours outside because your girlfriend that you are, in love with ain't at work, and you didn't schedule nobody to fill in for 2 hours for her. And then you didn't even jump in. If you know somebody's going to be late and you are the manager, you're supposed to start busting tables and pouring drinks, mother sucker. Okay? And now you want Brian to listen to you when you ain't even going on. You ain't even doing what you're supposed to do as a GM, as a manager. So therefore, this is why you getting disrespected. And this is why Phillip said that, now he finally found his voice. But it's his fault. And it is. Oh, Lord. Like, Lord have mercy. Then they sit down and they have this conversation, and basically it goes total left with this conversation, point blank period, because Brian is not feeling it, and Brandon is basically, he feels like he has to step up and he has to do something. He has to speak up because he can't keep letting everybody get away with everything. But your girlfriend was 2 hours late. Okay, buddy. So in any event, Brandon really doesn't want a problem, but it's going to be a problem, with the situation. And, so they sit down and get ready to have this meeting. And when it comes down to the situation, Phillip is basically saying, like, to Brian, that, listen, Phillip, Brian is going easy on, Brandon is going easy on you. Phillip is saying, like, if it was me, it would be a whole different situation. Brandon is taking it easy on you. He's taking it easy with you because I wouldn't. And so, when it comes to Phillip, he was like, he's giving you a pass. I'm fed up. I don't like your mouth. I don't like the way you run your mouth. And yes, when it comes to Brian hit, Mr. Phillip can't read him down. Mr. Phillip can't read him down. Mr. Phillip have a hard time because when it comes to, Brian got them reads. He got them quick reads. Brian got them quick, fast, in a hurry, and he's very snappy on his feet with his reads, baby. And he's very articulate with his reads, and also his reads are not dirty. Basically, you can't say this or that with his reads because, you can interpret it in any way that he's saying. So, but he's definitely being disrespectful. Point blank period. But Philip already started off being disrespectful, talking about you run your mouth too much. And yes, he does. Brian knows he run his mouth because Brian said he used to sit at the bar, have a good time, sit at the table. This is why Philip said it's a bad idea to have Brian back at the shop. It's a bad idea to have him back here and ready to be back here. And Philip is like, I'm just fed up with him. I'm fed up with your mouth. And Philip said, I would terminate you. He said, I can terminate you. He said, I can terminate you. I have been in your shoes before. And Brian said, you ain't never been in my shoes. I'm a size 8. What are you? I was like, oh, Lord. Philip didn't know what to say. Brandon is weak sauce. Lord have mercy. I was like, oh no, he didn't. He said, yes. He said, I'm a size 8, what are you? And Brian is basically saying, like, that's how you feel? And all calm and collective, when you're kind of gritty, you kind of angry with the situation, you're kind of annoyed with the situation as well. But you know why they're annoyed? Because it stinks in there and it's hot in there. So they're up in there sweating. They got to keep running back, patting their makeup on their face because it's hot as shit in there. But in any event, and so then Philip says, this ain't gonna work. But this ain't gonna work with what I'm trying to build. What I'm trying to build, what I'm trying to put together, the community I'm trying to build, your personality just don't fit. And Philip said, let's be clear, he is suspended right now. I was like, what? He said, and Don Juan was like, what? Don Juan is looking, and Don Juan said it was disrespectful, but they want Philip to eat everything up, and Philip ain't eating nothing right now. But Philip will soon be crying because when they all turn on his ass, it's gonna be a problem. And so I'm just like, Hey, what's up, Raheem Charles? I know, but it's good to see you. Bless you. Keep bringing them back. Yes, Kandi keeps on bringing them back, baby. And Don Juan was like, I know. And that's even more, infuriating. When Don Juan is sitting here having this meeting, before he starts off the meeting in front of Brandon, in front of Philip, he's sitting there saying, well, I've known you the longest, but we feel sorry for Brian. Brian went through hell and back, but baby, you at work, Lord. So, Brian, if you need your job for some months, you ain't acting like it, baby. You better, maybe them egg rolls that you are out here selling on the street is making some money. But in any event, Brian's personality is great for TV. It's great for TV. And so Brian is like, Brian is sitting there. Don Juan's like, well, I've known you the longest out of everybody. I've known you long time. Long time. Like, damn, that makes it even better. How do you think that makes Philip feel? Okay, that's why Philip got upset, because he's feeling undermined by Don Juan. And he basically said Don Juan is part of the problem as well, because they keep sugarcoating and putting ice cream and sugar on shit. And that place is in there stanking, okay? You lighting a candle, a Target, Walmart, dollar store candle with scented inside of a restaurant. The food is supposed to do the smelling, not the candles, but the dirty dishes is under the sink. Like, Lord. Brian and turned his head. He just, he ain't paying attention. You got Don Juan giving, Philip the mean mug, because Philip is like, you suspended. And something that they won't do, like, they won't hold the employees accountable. And at the same time, like, you're going to have to give a little employees. He's the boss now. See what he's giving. See if he's really just an asshole, or is he going to, make your work like situation much easier. You can't do the same shit that you've been doing, because if that was the case, Kandi would have never hired him, okay, and Todd. So, you got that situation going on, but it's stinking there. Like, I still can't get over collard greens and shit being under the sink. It's funky. And they got food on the floor. And, Philip is looking like one. Philip Philip is just like, he said, what? When Ryan said size 8, and what are you? He was like, yo, this ain't gonna work. Philip was like, yo, let's be clear. You're on suspension right now. Philip want to say you fired. Brian is like, based on what, motherfucker? Brian is like, what? Based on what? You disrespected 2 bosses less than 2 minutes. But you didn't disrespect Don Juan, and Don Juan's like, Brandon, go outside, I'll talk to you. Basically, putting a handkerchief and giving him a bib. This shit is so funny because it's so disrespectful. Philip is like, what? Philip was like, yo, Philip wanted to be like, yo, you fired. I'm like, Lord. This is a bullshit. This is a bullshit because Brian can read. Brian is so good at it, and he don't use any swear words, any cuss words, any derogatory words. He used metaphors, and you put them together, and if you can catch it, he's disrespecting you bad. But they all caught it. That's why Philip was like, you are on suspension. That was some bull crap right there, y'all. That was some bull crap right there, for real, for real. And Don Juan giving him that look like, oh, I can't believe you're suspending him. He's disrespectful. He didn't disrespected 2 of the bosses. If he is allowed to disrespect Brandon, Brandon, when Brandon ain't doing what he's supposed to do, and then allowed to disrespect, Philip, and then go back over there and twitch his ass around the bar and laugh and grin and throw shade, because he throws shade all day. You're like, he's good at it. So, that defeat the purpose. So ain't nobody gonna pay attention to the rest of to Philip or Brandon. Nobody's paying attention to Brandon anyway. And Don Juan is upset. Don Juan was like, oh my God, I gotta work. Don Juan was like, oh my God. Like, you done already got into it with 3 people. Yes, he did. But him and Chandrika cool now. The Torrance situation, you know who these people are, and you put him in the lion's den, and you want him to do correction, but yet you want him to be disrespected, like y'all be getting disrespected. Philip said, not today. My mother didn't raise no fool. My mother didn't raise no coward. God bless, Philip's mother, because she's not here anymore. Rest in peace. But Philip said, not today, mother. And here comes Don Juan, putting a beer bomb, about to feed Brian some applesauce. Well, you're not listening to me, this and that. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to need you to go in and log out and do all this blah, 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 and this and that. Basically pacifying him. No, here's your pink slick. Get the F off the property immediately. I'll call you when to come back. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, this is too much going on. And so this is where Philip is basically at his turning point. Like, Don Juan is part of the problem. And also him and Don Juan go back and forth. And Don Juan is basically saying, I have to mediate, between the two, because I just can't listen to your side. I just can't listen to their side. I got to listen to everybody's side. And basically Don Juan don't want to sit there and mediate. He wants you to be able to handle the situation, but he can't handle the situation. You know why? Because everybody running to you or Kandy. So therefore, now you're the mediator, because his power is being basically subdued to what he's supposed to be doing. But if Philip had his way, everybody will be fired. Y'all will have an empty restaurant with no staff. Y'all will have an empty restaurant and no staff. Now Philip is all upset. Now Brian got under his skin. Brian and Torrance are getting under his skin. Chandrika didn't even get under his skin like that. And Philip was like, what he say? What did Philip say? Philip said something like, ain't nobody gonna check me. If the other ones couldn't check me, what makes you think you're gonna be able to check me? So basically, well, you got checked by Brian. Brian checked you. He checked you, made you suspend him. So basically, everybody gonna be in the work office talking about, oh, Brian undid Philip in. Philip got so mad he had to suspend him. He couldn't take the embarrassment. He couldn't take the heat that he just got read for filth right on national TV, baby. So he's upset. Philip is in the call. He's on Instagram Live. He's on OLG Live. He's on Bravo Live. He's like, I got to go in there and talk to Don Juan because he's basically upset with Don Juan. He's thinking, like, Don Juan, why you pull him to a side? Why you saying all these good, wonderful, mushy things before we have this, have this meeting? And then you're meeting with him after. Basically, you are undermining my authority. And he's not appreciating. Don Juan said, listen, you're not the end all, the be all in this situation. I gotta mediate. Okay? Kandi want him here for a reason, god damn it. So you got that situation. Now you got, what's his name? Patrick. Patrick got a girlfriend. She does body sculpture. She does lipo on your stomach. It comes out in your urine. She's pretty. She's beautiful. She's a little bit older, and she reminds, Patrick of his grandmother, of Kandi, of his auntie and everything. And he's in love, baby. He is whipped to the T. So in any event, it seems like they should be having a good relationship. She is beautiful. Look at her. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful young thing. And then on top of that, she got her own business and she's smart too as well. And Atlanta is like the new California. So everybody want to be in shape, have that flat stomach. You know what I'm saying? So, she's handling her business. So she ain't with him for his money because he's the parking lot attendant or the parking lot manager. He's making some cash. He's making cash on top of cash. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? He was like, I'm getting fat. He's up there getting lipo. Lord have mercy. And we get to Aunt Bertha. Aunt Bertha gets a hug by Chandrika. She didn't even pick up her arms to hug this woman back. Aunt Bertha don't want to be bothered. Aunt Bertha don't like these people. Aunt Bertha see the fakery going on. She see the bull crap. She see it a whole lot and she don't like it. And she ain't gonna pretend to smile like everything's all good unless she's confused. I don't know if she's confused. But in any event, you got Aunt Nora. Look at Aunt Nora. She turned around. She modeled her little dress and she's smiling. And Aunt Nora's the one that'll punch you in the mouth. But Aunt Bertha, she looks nice in her bathing suit. Aunt Bertha's like, I don't want to be in this damn bathing suit. I don't want to be here right now. I got other things to do. Why would I want to put on a swimsuit? Why do I even want to put this on? I was like, what? What is going on? Like, help me, Jesus. Aunt Bertha's mad as shit. Like, the day just started, Aunt Bertha. Why you mad, girl? Why you mad? Aunt Bertha, why you mad? Aunt Bertha, why you mad? Aunt Bertha was mad over there at Kandi. And she walked out of Kandi's, interview, with the old lady gang, because Kandi on Spill It TV with Kandi, Aunt Bertha was talking about the situation with her daughter Kim and going back and forth with Nora. And Nora was basically pissed off and basically saying that she felt like Aunt Bertha's daughter Kim was going to hit her. And that's how the rest of the family felt from Aunt Nora's side. So Aunt Bertha got up while Kandi was over there interviewing them on YouTube and walked out and said, I ain't dealing with this shit. Like, Lord have mercy. Aunt Bertha, she ain't here for the games. She was like, I don't even want to be in this water. And everybody else is all happy. Mama Joyce is showing a playful side. She's showing like happy, and Aunt Nora's showing happy. Kandi showing a little bit happy. That might be some money that ain't right in the situation. Because I don't understand why Aunt Bertha's mad. Are y'all not paying Aunt Bertha the money that she's worth? What is happening with Aunt Bertha? Why is she mad and she don't want to film? She don't want to talk to none of y'all. She ain't got no smile on her face. Like, what's going on with Aunt Bertha? Like, for real, why is Aunt Bertha so mad? And so we get to the situation where Kandi is talking to Dom, and she's talking to, Chandrika, and, Dom is like, well, Philip suspended Brandon and all this other stuff. And so And Mama Joyce, she jumps up in the situation. She goes, well, I like Philip. And she was like, well, you ain't get in trouble no more. You didn't get in trouble no more, Chandrika, with Philip. Whatever behavior that you was doing before, you ain't do it again, because he would have sent you home. Because Chandrika's like, I don't like that he be sending people home. He sent me home or whatever. And Mama Joyce said, sending you home made a big difference, because look at you, girl. You on your job and you haven't got sent home again. So therefore, Philip is doing his job, and I like Philip, but Aunt Bertha don't like Philip at all. So now we got that situation going on. So we shall see what is going to happen, and we're going to see what's going to happen in this situation. We're going to see if we're going to see the restaurant clean and running right. They get the employees up, working and busy and cleaning dishes and going beyond duty. Like, they're on camera. Like, all this dirty, nasty shit that we seeing, they are on camera. Like, come on. Like, this is crazy. Y'all are on camera. Yeah, and the cameraman, they gonna do what the cameraman do. Like, this is not supposed to be seen. We know shit like this do happen at restaurants, but you got dishes with food in it that's been scraped out into the trash. If the dishes are still there, is the trash still there? Has the trash been taken out? Because you had Brian asking him for a bus boy or somebody. Like, what's going on in that situation? Like, so you got them busting tables, busting dishes and everything. Now you ain't got no water working. Like, what's going on? Like, this is way too much. And then on top of that, why is this sink full of water like this? Why are people still putting receipts, straws, and all types of stuff down there? Is there any dishes in that sink? And that smells. Like, especially if the restaurant's hot, this is smelling. Like, that's why that candle was lit. Like, this is bad. Like, what's going on? Like, and it's just sitting there, and the manager's acting like ain't nothing going on. Philip, this is part of your part too. You should have went around the bar unless you just came on shift. But like, this is bad. And then you got this all on the floor and everything. You got spoons, you got sauceways open. That only can bring, bugs, rodents, and rats and things of that nature. This type of stuff attracts animals. The pungent smell and the bacteria and the dirt and all the different bodies moving around. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Like, what's going on? Like, what is happening? Like, this is, but shit like this do happen. Only thing is, it's not on camera. So if this is on camera, imagine the things that are not on camera. Like, what is happening? So we got next week episode, so we got this part where, Brian tells Torrin, he lost his sister. She was 49 years old. She ended up, departing from this earth through her own volition. And so her departing from this earth through her own volition, she had a bunch of vodka bottles around and things of that nature. And so he used to drink a gallon of vodka a day. So now he quit and he don't ever want to go back to that life. But you can just tell by some of his movements and the way he walked that he's a part of, recovery. You could tell that he's a part of the recovery team. You could tell that he's in some type of 12-step. They all, it's a walk and things of that nature, but he's trying. And Torrin distanced himself from Brian because there's no way that he could help. And Brian was just basically strung out. So now you got that situation. Now he's back at the restaurant. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Help me, Jesus. What y'all thinking? And this is Aunt Bertha. Aunt Bertha basically said, I don't like Philip. I don't like him. I was like, what? So yeah, this is totally crazy. So somebody in the comments said, what do you guys, give the rating of the show? From a 1 to 10, what do you give it? Lord. Mama Joyce was telling them girls about talking back. Yes, she was. And didn't Kandi tell Mama Joyce and the rest of the sisters that disciplining the employees is up to the people that they hire? They're just supposed to come in and smile and give their recipes. Like, they got too many cooks in the kitchen. And how is this happening? Like, how is this on national TV? You know what I mean? And this greens in there's all types of food. If you got pumpkin pie, if you got sweet potato pie, and it's hot, or coconut and chicken or garlic, that's all smelling like. And they're just sitting there like, and no one took the initiative to move the dishes, wash the dishes, or rinse the dishes or anything. You know, it's just like, you know, they don't care about your restaurant. That's all it is. In that situation, they don't care at all. Like, what's happening? Like, what's going on with this? Like, this is way too much. And what employee thinks that this is okay for this to be, you know, like, going on? Like this is crazy. Like, it's way too much. I'm like, boy. And see, look, it's smelling so bad in there, y'all. Look at the candle. Look at the candle. It's smelling over there. Look at that candle they put in over there because it smells. The food, the chicken, the collard greens, the mashed potatoes, the pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, banana cream pie, you know, steak and all this other stuff that you sell, that's supposed to be the aroma of the restaurant, not a candle from Target or the dollar store or the Dollar Tree sitting right next to the computer, sitting right next to a box, sitting right next to the orange juice. The orange juice is sitting on the counter, not even being covered, no top on it. It's hot in there, so you already know the ice done melted. So now they're gonna give somebody a watery orange juice, a watery drink that they're gonna make. Like they're showing us everything. They got a glass sitting next there to a box. They got a coffee cup sitting there, another empty container, and they're supposed to sit people over there. This is why they had 2 people waiting 2 hours, you know what I mean, to be seated. And it's just like, Brandon is sitting there. He don't care. He could have did something with these dishes. He could have did something. Like, Lord have mercy. It's crazy. Miss T, hey, what's up? What's going on? Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building, y'all. Like, y'all, I don't know. Are y'all going over there to eat? So what do you guys rate this episode from a 1 to a 10? What do you rate the episode? Is it a 1? Is it a 2? Is it a 3? Is it a 4? Is it a 5? Or is it a 6? What is it? Hey Ashley, what's going on? Since this restaurant is so dirty, I hope the workers wash their hands, Lord. I didn't even think about that. He is the funniest on the show. Yes, that's true. Hey, what's up, Justin T? Please, what's going on? Don Juan wants to keep his paycheck by candy and friendship. Raheem Charles, yes, he is hilarious. Michelle, problem is Kandi keep bringing him back. Norris, Brandon is weak sauce. Y'all are too much, y'all. A 5, a 7. Okay. I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give this episode a 7. Because I keep keyed off the reads. The reads, and I keep keyed off of, what's his name? Torrin and Brandon going back and forth. That was the key right there. And then and Philip. I'm sorry, Philip. I keep keyed off of that situation. And then this situation where, you know, Philip is coming around the corner to eavesdrop because he wasn't really comfortable with how that situation went down between him and Torrin, and he wanted to see what Kandi was saying, because it's almost like Torrin is a contractor, because he's not an hourly that's working inside the restaurant. He's doing events, he's doing measurements and things of that nature. So he was pissed, and then he's basically calling Torrin Big Bird with his bright yellow t-shirt, his bright yellow sweater on, his white pants. He was pissed, talking about he ain't gonna deal with him, and Kandi was like, that ain't what you told me last week. That ain't what you told me. You was over there at Blaze. So that was pretty, that was funny. But most of all, Don coming in late, and then the cameraman coming over there and recording all the dirtiness. And Don was like, yo, even if I am 2 hours late, it don't supposed to be this filthy and this nasty in here. Like, y'all are smelling this shit. Y'all are smelling it so much, y'all got a candle. You got a scented candle in a southern food restaurant. That should make people sick already. And it's hot in there because you're always fanning. Like, this is crazy, y'all. So, you know, that was like, OMG. Like, I didn't think they was going to show us some shit. Like, they was going to show us how dirty the restaurant was. I didn't think they was going to do that. I didn't think they was going to do that. I didn't think that was going to happen. But it could have been worse. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't horrific. I have seen some horrific things. You guys have seen the horrific videos, you know, of some restaurants. online. But this conversation right here, baby, was too funny when Philip said, I've been in your shoes before. And when Brian said, no, you have not been in my shoes, I'm a size 8. What are you? I was like, what? Hey, what's up? What's going on, sweet brown sugar? How you doing? Can I eat in a dirty place? Hell to the no. Pamela said, hell to the no. All right, he chose 8 for Brian, not the episode. 8 for Brian. Nora said a 5. Renita says a 3. Michelle says a 7. I didn't know they was going to show us that dirty kitchen, y'all. I didn't know they was going to show us the floor and everything. I didn't know that Don Juan was going to be shown as showing favoritism and coddling people as well. You know what I mean? And it looks like he's undermining, what's his name? Philip. And Philip is already feeling a certain type of way. He doesn't like the way he looks on TV. He feels like he looks mean. You just need a little bit of people skills. You know what I mean? You got to have some compassion. Think about your mama when you go to work. You'll have a little bit more compassion. That always helps because I know your mom was sweet to you. You know what I mean? It's like, so other than that, but he is on point. Like, this shit is nasty. And nobody should be going to work 2 hours late without the manager with this dude, Brian, calling somebody to come in. Or even busting the table or making a drink. Like, this is ridiculous. They just want, it's almost like they just like, we don't care about. Linda says a 4. Oh, God. She says a 4. Just wait until we see the kitchen, Lord. Oh, Sherry gave a -0. Why are you giving a -0? Y'all are too much. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. But I just want to get down to Aunt Bertha. Aunt Bertha, what's going on, girl? Because you is mad. Every episode, you is mad. I haven't seen you smile. Look, she's smiling right now, but I haven't seen you smile. I seen you just be mad. Like, something's going on. She's pissed, or she don't know what's happening, but something's going on. So I want to know what's going on with Aunt Bertha. She said, it's nasty. That was the bar. Oh, Lord. Oh, yes, it was the bar. The bars are coming, Lord Pamela. Lord have mercy. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you. Peace and love. Lord have mercy. This is a mess. This show is a mess, y'all. But Brian definitely delivered.